I know I mentioned in the previous video that we were going to go into the next section of the React docs, and handling events will come up, but first I just want to take another look at this whole file, and it is getting massive. We're over 100 lines. We have a bunch of stuff, it's super complicated. So instead of jumping right into that handling events, I would like to go ahead and restructure the page that we currently have and then go from there. So one thing that we're going to do is we're going to rip out all of the stuff that we've done, and we're going to make sure that we can put it into smaller components into their own pages, so that way we can kind of clean up exactly what it looks like. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to first take out everything from this index.js, and we're going to put it inside of an app file. And the reason that we're going to do that is just, again, for more organization. I'm sure when we created the React app, you saw all the additional files and the hierarchy of those files. So now we're going to dive in just a little bit into it just to see what it looks like. So right now, we're going to go ahead and start by creating another file. But this one we're going to call App.js. Another JavaScript file. Just so that we can get some boilerplate in, we're going to do import React from React. Import, I believe it's React DOM from React DOM. And we're going to just yank everything out of index.js from line 4 all the way down. And we're just going to dump it in here. Now, with this being the start, we're going to have to render something here in order to not have the page break on us. So just like before, we're going to do the render method. And we're going to render just an H1 for now, making sure things work. And we're going to now put this as our root element. Element by ID. And then we're going to do root. Go ahead and save that. We're going to go to our index.html file, and we're going to delete all of these other divs inside. Go ahead and save that. And just to be on the safe side, we're going to save our app.js file. And as you can see, we already have just a little bit of that boilerplate back in here, and we're rendering at least one item so that way we don't have things freak out. So on to the next step. As we're looking at this with the app.js, what we're going to do is we're going to export this function. All the way at the bottom, we're going to go ahead and do export default function, and then we're going to call this one app. Right now, we're going to take out these parameters because we don't really need them just yet. And underneath, we're going to do return, make a little parentheses. We're going to make a div, and inside of that div, we're going to put in just making sure. All right. Go ahead and save that file. As for some more boilerplate, we're going to go back to our index.js file, and now we're going to import our app from, and now we're going to reference the file with period, a slash, and then we're going to do app, just like that. So what we're going to do, instead of now having this just making sure, we want to make sure that the app is being referenced correctly. So one thing that we can have right here is now, since we imported our application, we're going to have a self-containing app. All right. Looks like we got an error. Whoop. Let's refresh that. What's going on? It says app has not been declared. All right. As we're looking around, now we do have this. Let's find out. This could be it. Let's make sure we have that render method inside here. Maybe if we typed in return correctly. You know what? We're going to go ahead and make all of this into a comment. Give that a shot. Okay. So now that we made everything else into a comment, it's not going to be referencing anything else. We just wanted to make sure that this was working correctly. And as you can see here, it's pulling in that app from the app file. We can also do this just so that we don't get that error. And then just add in React DOM.render. Looks pretty safe. Everything else seems to be working. All right, I think this is a good start. As we're still evaluating how we're going to structure everything, we're going to take a quick pause, and in the next video, we're going to take a few of these previous components that we've created, or the previous examples that we've been doing, and making them into components with their own pages. So I'll see you in the next one.